So first of all, glory be to God. We have to start out with giving God the glory. A couple things I wanted to talk about, but first I want to show you guys, I got these earrings. They look just like little, like, I don't know what you'd call them, like that are at like a mower business or something, but I thought they were pretty nice. And we have this store called Rite Aid in Pennsylvania, and it's going out of business, and the things were like 70% off. I also got like some other stuff like out of my mind. Mascara. It's a very nice one. This was like 70% off. So it was like, I spent $20 for like everything I bought today. It was amazing. So I really suggest you go if you haven't. So I'm sitting in my nice air conditioned car, and I thought about the fact that God seems, quote unquote, seems to do destructive stuff. So I really believe I need to talk about this, because a lot of people on here are even asking me, like, why does God allow kids to be killed or just different things? So I want to address it. So 2 things. One, calling me, and it's a I'm trying to get out of it. I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh my hot dang. Okay, I don't know what just happened. Okay, back to this. So 2 things. God and his supremacy and his like intellectuality and different things knows every single soul, and he knows everything better than we know, period. Like, he knows, he made us, he knows everything better. So when something bad happens in our lives, we need to stop. Okay, another thing is Jesus wept. If Jesus wept, everyone can weep. And I used to have such a problem with that, because I always would like pretend like it wasn't something, oh, the sun came out, glory be to God. I would always like play it cool when something bad happened and I cried, or thought it was a bad thing to cry, and just different things, not bad, but like weird or whatever. But I can assure you, crying is a natural thing that everyone can do. And even Jesus, when he was like in the agony in the garden, like he sweat blood, he cried, like it's a natural thing. Anyway, so when disasters hit, or when, you know, things happen in our lives that we cannot comprehend, we need to attribute it to God, and we need to think that it says, even in the Bible, God's ways are not our ways. And they're not just saying that, like, that's in the Bible. So, like, you know, the floods in Texas, or just different things that have been going on. And we have to think, too, that there's a better purpose for it. I know that sounds insane. So I'm sorry. Somebody commented, I don't know if you guys saw it, meep, I'm a sheep. And I'm like, okay, it's cute, I guess. I don't know. My sister likes sheep, lambs. I love my ring. Look how cute. But we need to understand that God is like almighty. He's not sitting back watching all this crap happen. He knows exactly what's going on. And, oh, thank you. Hi. And one thing I do want to talk about is the fact that, like, bad things happen, but for good purpose. I don't know how to say that. Like, God brings good out of evil. And I will tell you a legit story. So I had a TikTok account, okay? This was like a year ago or more, I don't know. And I really wanted to get famous badly. Like, I was just like, I want to get famous where I can go live and, you know, do all this stuff. So I'm like, not just drowned in this want to like get famous and everything. And one day I realized that I was getting a lot of followers. And I thought that that was really cool because like now I can be, you know, famous and go live and everything. And then I realized that they're like saying they love me and all this crap. They were scammers. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, why does God allow this? Because they were really mean. They were really intrusive and just how people are. And so eventually what happened, so this was a bad situation, like they shouldn't have been doing any of this crap. But I realized that they bumped my numbers to where I could go live quicker than if they didn't get on and do stuff. So we have to remember the two things. One, God brings good out of evil. God knows what he's doing. And if you don't realize that God has a plan for all of this, then read the Bible. Seriously, just sit down and read the Bible. That's my suggestion. Because God's ways are not always our ways. And that's just a fact. Anyway, so what's up in you guys' lives? I want to know. Like, one time I did this one live video and I really was like, okay, guys, how are you doing? And I really want to know how you're doing. And nobody would write. And I felt so, well, actually, no, it was a video because I wanted them to comment on it. That's right. But they didn't. Oh my gosh, guys, I have the most awesome story. So there's a quote or like a saying that if you want to make God laugh, you make plans. And what it's saying is you plan your day. God is like, that's what? I'm looking at some of these comments. They're so weird. Okay, so you plan your day and God laughs, essentially, because he's making you have a completely better day. So it's like, if you want to make God laugh, you make plans. So I was thinking of telling the story. So this morning I woke up and I was extremely stressed because it was my first day being back doing Uber. And it was my first day, like, being back in the job field. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. People are arguing. No, I mean like in a good way. Like, Will Sheep 3, you need to go. Okay, so back to the story. I really didn't want to go back to work. I've been babysitting and been off for a long time. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to do this. But so I made plans, but God left. And he like totally put everything aside. First, I found out I can't do Uber because I have a rental. And then, so that was Uber. And then the other job, I don't know if you guys have heard of Instacart, but it's like this, how to, like you shop for other people. And so I took an hour and a half of my time at least, made the whole entire order. And then I came to the register and realized I threw my card away a couple months ago because I wasn't going to do it anymore. And so I literally could have just like been so frustrated and like, you know, and I wasn't. I was just like, okay, God, I guess you don't want me to do that either for the day. And it just made me feel so free because I can't do any other jobs, so I'm free. My brother's shop didn't need a deposit either. So I just felt like that was really cool. That like, if you want to make God laugh, make plans. But something that our Lord has like taught me recently is tomorrow will take care of itself. And it is in the Bible, and it is so true that tomorrow will take care of itself. You don't have to worry. You don't have to, you know, like it'll take care of itself. God is already at the end of your life. God already has the book of your life, and he already knows what's going to happen. He already knows where you're going, heaven, hell. He knows, you know, and it's interesting because God he knows. So I thought about playing a song. Actually, I don't know if it'll work. Hold on. Let me see. Oh my gosh, my volume's up high. I don't know if I can play a song because I have the Let's play the radio, but not really listen to the radio that much. Songs on the radio suck nowadays. They're so weird. But I love God. I love God, and I hope you all are too. So, yeah. So I just wanted to tell you guys that story. And I'm going to hop off here because I'm starting to get a sore throat. I've just been going through some stuff. But God bless everyone. Have a good night.